Hey guys, I have been asked a few times about making a junk journal, and so we're gonna make at least one journal. I don't know, maybe two. I don't know. So a junk journal by definition is made out of junk, things you would normally discard. Paper bags, cereal boxes, packaging, wrappers, newspaper, that sort of thing. I am going to stretch it a little bit by definition and using what I have, not buying anything new. So that means some of this isn't technically junk. It's paper I had in my stash, cut up pieces of file folders I used for something else. Some of it is junk, like this box from some drinks that we got a while back. So we're gonna actually start with this because I think I want this to be the cover. So the first thing I need to do is unassemble it, which means finding where it's glued. There we go. And taking it apart. Now, this will be used for the cover, as I said, you want something like a cereal box or a cracker box or something because it will be sturdier. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is cut these flaps off. Now, I don't like to make journals that are very big. I like them to be sort of small. I like to work in small drawing or art journals. But whatever size you make, that's, you can make any size that you want. I'll use my old guillotine here. Try to line it up. And just chop all those off. It's easier if you have one of these paper cutters. If you don't, you certainly could use scissors, but there we go. Now, I like the lemons. It's one of the reasons I like this paper or this package. And I don't want the spine that thick, but I think to start with, we're going to cut this one off with it, ingredients and stuff. Now, if you're going to cover all of this up with other stuff, it doesn't matter what you cut off or what you keep, because you just want it for the cardboard. So next thing we're going to do is I want to try to reduce that spine, because I don't like a journal that has too many pages in it. That's another thing. But I also want it to be thick. Now, I do have a bag of tools for bookbinding. This is originally a bag of tools from Zutter. They make bookbinding equipment. I think they're still around. If they are, I will link their website down below. As I said, I don't bookbind a whole lot anymore. When I want a journal, I usually will ask my friend Leslie to just make me one. Can you just make me one? So yeah, there's that. Okay, so now I'm going to try to line up the factory crease with that crease I just made. Because again, we're trying to thicken but reduce the spine. There are probably easier ways to do this. This is how I'm doing it. Yeah. So do I want to leave it like that? Or do I want to have it be really tiny? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Oh, yeah, I think I like that. Okay, I'm gonna put a couple of staples to hold that. Where's my stapler? I just bought a new one. Old one broke. We're gonna just use your standard office stapler. Okay. There's a million ways to do that, but there's our cover. I like that. Okay. So we still have a bunch of this. So we're going to cut an interior piece. Yes, I could get out a pen and mark that properly, but I mean, why would I do that? Why? Okay, so I want a piece that's slightly smaller than the inside of the spine. This is what we're going to attach our pages to, and then we're going to glue it and or tape it into here. I do have some bookbinding tape I found in my stash. Black, I think that's black. Okay, so we can set the cover aside. We've got our spine. Let's not lose track of that. Put our garbage over here. All right. Next thing we need to do is figure out how big this is. It is about 4 3/8 by 6 1/8. Okay, so if we do 4 1/4 by 6, that should be fine. So that's how big we want our pages to be. I have some random things that were gifted to me or given to me or on things that we bought. So I think we're going to use some of those. I've got a paper bag. I have these I found. Now I would have to cut them down, but I don't remember why I made these to begin with. And I think we could cut them down and then be fine with that and use them. I have some bags, some envelopes, music sheets from a hymnal, random envelope from my friend Kathy Whitney. So I think we're going to start just cutting things up. Let's start with these and see where we can get with these. So 4 1/8. Nice thing about this cutting board, this guillotine is that it has this thing right here where I can set it to a certain size and basically just forget it, set it and forget it, and cut a bunch of things to the proper width. Okay, we'll reset this to 6. Okay. I'll assemble my stack of pages, and then we'll make them into bundled sections, and then we will start punching holes and sewing. It's really, really, really that easy. It doesn't have to be perfect by any stretch of anybody's imagination. The only person that's ever going to see it is you. I might actually use these little pieces, so we will hang on to them. Now for these, let's see. These are tri-folded pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4. So a couple of these. Maybe not feeling it on those. And I don't think so on those either. So I think this is going to be it, other than maybe some more white paper. So let's start working on this. So I'm going to take one of these and a magazine page and a hymnal page. And then one of these, which will only be sewn in on one of the folds, so that you'll be able to do that with it, okay? And then one of these. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so one of these. Just because I'm not using some of these bits today doesn't mean I'm gonna get rid of them. I can if I want to, of course, but I think I'm gonna just save them and put them away back in my bits and pieces box. Okay, so we have 4 bundles of pages to fit into our journal, and you'll see that I could put more in there, but when I usually, and most of us, do journals, we don't just draw or sketch or write, we paste things in. And I also sometimes use these for vacation journals, which means there's going to be a lot of photos in there along with everything else. So if I make it too tight on the spine, by the time I get everything in, it's going to be like this, and it's going to maybe damage the spine. So we are going to measure this out. I'm actually going to use a pen this time. I know, you're all shocked. Okay, let's see. So this is about 2 inches. So if we do 3/4. So if we do about there, let's see. Yeah, this one is better. Okay, then match up our lines, hopefully. The nice thing about doing it this way is that, honestly, once you get this pasted in, nobody's going to see this like spine piece. I'm not sure my marks on the bottom are straight, so I'm going to line up the top of my ruler with the top of the spine piece and that upper mark. Hopefully we'll get semi-straight lines. One can only hope. They're a little crooked, but not too bad. That's pretty good. Okay. The next thing we need is something to punch holes with. So we're going to do this one because it's about the same length as our spine piece. One hole is going to be in the center, and then one hole is going to be between the center and the top and or bottom edge. So I'm folding it a few times, and then I have 3 folds, and on those 3 folds I'll mark and punch a hole. I really should have my reading glasses on for this. Hold on, where are they? There they are, found them. Okay, the reason you want to do a piece like this is it just sort of semi ensures that you're going to get all the holes in approximately the same place. So I'm going to punch all of these like that. Then I'm going to line this up with a spine piece, and I'm going to pick an edge. And whatever edge you line it up with, do that one all the way across. And I kind of need a clip, a binder clip. Hold on. I always need something I don't have when I sit down. Let's grab a couple just in case. Okay, so we're going to match it up with one line. I'm going to clip it so it doesn't move around too much. And then I'm going to take my awl and punch holes. Do not punch a hole in your hand. We're just looking to punch a hole in the paper. Okay, unclip it, move it to the next line, and repeat. And the nice thing about using a white piece of paper and having the spine piece be white is I can kind of see where the line is. Sort of. You can use an ice pick for this if you don't have an awl. You can also use a large sewing needle, or if you have to, the tip of your scissors, but sharp pointy tool is handy in the craft room. Okay, so now our spine piece is ready. Now we need to do the same thing to these. All right, so we're gonna start with the easier ones first, which are these. I'm gonna line it up so everything's at the bottom. Now, if you want, when you're done, to this to be here in the center, then of course place that in the center and clip it there before you start punching any holes. I also don't want this to be sewn in, so I'm gonna pull it out. And then again, we're gonna line this up, and I'm going to punch through everything. I'm gonna just leave that clipped like that for now. Okay. And we're gonna do all of them that way. Okay, we've got all our sections punched. And we've got our cover. And we've got our spine piece. So now we need to sew all of our book pages to the spine piece. And I pulled out this orange bookbinding thread, but there is some stuff I need to use up that's in my kit here. So I think we're going to use that up first. And I also keep a couple of really big sewing needles in here. There's already, this one's already even threaded. So you know what? That works. Okay. So we're gonna grab a section. I can't remember what these are called right now. And we're gonna put the sewing needle in the hole closest to my right, and then the corresponding hole on one of these lines in the book spine. That's not right. See, it's been a while since I did that. We're gonna put it in the middle hole. We're doing a 3-hole binding. This is an easy one when you remember how to do it. So put it in the middle hole, leave a tail, put it in the hole to the right in the spine, put it in the hole to the right in the section of pages, which is kind of why you needed to keep everything together. Otherwise that part can be a little challenging. Hold the tail end and then pull this taut. Okay, and go over and put it in the other end hole. And and then back up through the center hole. Okay, now I like to have the two tail ends, one on either side of this string in the center right here. So I'm gonna weave my needle underneath the string so I have one on each end. Then I'm gonna tie it off, and I'll do 1 wrap, 2 wrap, pull, and then that will keep it tight, and then do 1 more, and then cut it. I leave like a 1/2 inch. Okay, take the clip off. We've got 1. Okay, I'm gonna do all of them that way at the time if the holes don't line up. Here we go again, it doesn't want to go through. It's always on the last 1 or 2 that we, oh, there we go. Okay. Yay! Okay, well, before I stab myself, I will put this back on its little piece of felt. There we go. Take the clips off. There we go. All right, so now we have this that can be put into this. Now, if you wanted to do something fancier with the cover, this would be the time to do it. Or you wanted to cover up the cover, or, you know, anything like that. I don't think I want to. I do have this. This also has lemons on it. Tempting. Oh, that's tempting. And then this would end up just being the base, but do I want to do that? I don't think I do. I think we're going to just leave it. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is tape the spine into the cover. And we're going to use this tape. Still can't figure out if it's black or dark blue, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, I'm going to run the tape up against the pages. Let's see, wait. Right here where there's the extra piece of spine paper. Okay. And then do it on the other side. Now this is cloth bookbinding tape. It's pretty strong stuff. Okay, line it up and push down. Okay, we are going to cover this up. I need an X-Acto knife. There we go. I knew there was one up there somewhere. You could do this with scissors, but a blade is easier. And I'm looking that little piece up probably. And sort of finagle that piece up. There we go. And push it all down. Okay, other side. And actually, okay. Put that over there. I'm still debating about this. And I think my initial thought is correct. I think I'm going to just leave it and save these for something else, another journal probably. So that is our junk journal. It's not truly made all out of junk. There are a few pieces of brand new paper in here, but actually less than I thought there was going to be initially. So if you have a lot of just scraps and things laying around, maybe make a few of these. You can use them for drawing, you can use them for writing, you can use them for little mini photo albums, which is usually what I do. You can use them for a lot of things. You probably could even sell some at a upcoming holiday fair. There's a lot of videos out there on how to make your own journals, on bookbinding. Look them up. If I can remember to link a few of my favorite channels, I'll link them down below. If you have a favorite, put it in the comments, and also a favorite place to go shopping for bookbinding supplies, or what essentials that you think should be on the list. I do think you need a bone folder, of course some thread and a needle, scissors, paper cutter, tape is handy. It's not really necessary, but it's handy. Thread, of course, I said already, and I forgot there was an X-Acto knife in here. That's okay. And maybe some clips. This little kit, again, is from Zutter. It came with a lot of the tools that you see in here, If I can find the same kit and it's still available, I'll link it down below. It's really handy because it's got a knife, it's got a ruler, it's got an X-Acto blade. It's got all the things that you need. I don't even know what this is. What is this? Oh, another little punchy thing. So it's got a bunch of different stuff that you need. Some stuff I forgot what's even in here, but it's really handy. And these threads that are on these flat cards, you can fit them in here like this, and you can just zip the whole thing up. And it's easy to store, and you can keep it, you know, in a drawer with your tape and your glue and everything. And then you know where your bookbinding stuff is at. So that's it for today. I hope it gives you some ideas of what you can do, and go out and have some fun, make some art, do something nice for yourself because you deserve it. Please check out the video description for relevant links. Questions, comments, or concerns, leave them down below. Like, share, and subscribe. There are ways to support the free content here on YouTube, and those are also in the video description, so check it out. And that's it for today. Go out and do something nice for yourself because you deserve it, and I'll see you later. Bye, guys.